Analysis, your personal hypnotherapist and life coach, and today's video is about transactional analysis, the parent-adult-child model. A few people have asked me if I could go into a little bit more depth about this. So basically, in the field of psychotherapy, when we look at transactional analysis, which was created by a guy called Eric Byrne, I'll give you some details about him at the end of the video. Basically, said the personality is split down into three categories. We have the parent category, the adult category, and the child category. The parental category of our personality is also subdivided into two other categories. This is the nurturing parent, and the nurturing parent is that kind of person, obviously, that behaves as a parent, that nurtures children, that wants to comfort people, wants to love, and to generally look after people, to nurture them. Also, the other part of the parental part of the personality is called the critical parent part. And this part is what we were talking about in the last newsletter. This part is there to protect us. But it's got a critical faculty that always looks into things to look for traps, disguises. It's very suspicious and critical. And this part is the part of our brain, the critical voice that we get sometimes that tells us when we're not good enough, tells us when we're doing something wrong. And sometimes that can be turned up a little bit too loud or a little bit too high and be overcritical with us, which doesn't help us sometimes. But it's there to protect us. It's the voice of reason that tells us the difference between right and wrong. And like I say, sometimes that can be turned up too high. And I've done a lot of work recently with people on just turning that down to normal levels. Okay, the adult part of our personality is a very unemotional part of the personality. It's like a computer. It just does stuff. It will wash the car, it will do jobs at work, it will clean the house, it just does things. It's a very, very useful part of our personality if used correctly, although it's unemotional. If we program it so it can move us towards our goals, move us towards things in life, then it's very, very helpful. And we will slip in between any of these personalities. Sometimes people don't spend a lot of time in this because they say it's boring, and you tend to get these people spend a lot of time in the child part of the personality, in particular the free child. Now the free child part of your personality is that part of you that just wants to have fun. It's got no conscience, it just wants to play, it wants to laugh, it wants to go out and just have any kind of fun, anything to do with entertainment. You probably know people who are like this, who just constantly want to have fun at whatever expense, and then when people are doing things in adult, they become very bored. And these people will suffer with kind of ups and downs. They're kind of people who are dead happy or quite miserable when things are, they're not having fun. But this part of your personality, when used correctly, is very, very creative, and it allows you to rest and enjoy yourself and have fun. The other side to the child part of the personality is the adapted child. It's the part of the child that learns the rules and regulations and gets along with stuff. So when the critical parent says, don't put your hand near the cooker, you'll get burnt, the free child will actually put the hand in, it wouldn't believe it, it'd just be like that and get burnt. But the adapted child understands those rules and regulations and gets on with stuff. In order to experience any of these, because we dip in and out of each one, but it's important that we have a balance of these instead of just, you tend to find people stuck in critical parent or constantly criticising people and looking for the downsides in things. And whenever you're trying to achieve something in your life, these people won't be very supportive. Whereas nurturing parent types will be very supportive. Sometimes nurturing parent types can get caught into rescuing people too much, and these people will often, in terms of relationships that don't work, you'll get nurturing parent types in with free child types. When you get this, relationships where you've got critical parent types and free child types, there's a lot of friction, a lot of arguments and things like that.